Okay. So what we do is like now we'll concentrate on how you design a dependent LOB. So when you say dependent LOB, like one LOB is depending upon other LOB, and the pop
Okay,
is
yeah.
in functionality. So technically there are some different things we have to just work on it. So what we do, let us concentrate on some particular series first of all, because when you say dependent LOB, it means that you have multiple LOBs and of course it requires multiple queries. So in this particular one, what we do is let us choose a very simple one. So what I will do is for dependent LOB, I'll just consider the parent as department and I will change as EM. So for the selected department, I want to display the employees. Okay. The requirement is for the
Yeah.
selected department, we want to display the list of employees. So now I have to design the queries now for LOB server. Okay. So any see query is not entirely an important thing. We just need to concentrate on how exactly they are working on it. How do like at runtime, how do you bind it? That is a major important point.
Yeah.
Okay. As we design department LOB user no access. Click on next. Select start from department. Okay, nothing to change, just simply click on finish. And no, don't give any bind parameter. One more thing is, when you are designing a query, especially for the LOB, never give any bind parameter.
Okay.
Even though you want to bind something, don't give bind parameters. You have to do only bare class binding, nothing but lexical binding. We should never
Yeah.
bind any parameter in the LOBs. And even the Poplist also. You got it. Yes, yes. So here I will not mention any bind parameter. Okay. Okay. Now always assign the views to the department and that's it. Apply and OK. So let's do the tool. Independently, first of all, what we do, let us display the component independently, then we'll see how exactly we can find. So OA component page and always check your package structure. Because when you're creating a page, generally it never gives appropriate package structure. So you have to be very much careful. You can allow this package page. And as of now, I don't require any controller. So let's go to the page design. Here we go. Page definition. There's another little sample. Okay. So I just create a region and then this now I say region. The department region, I just create a new item and I will change item style to message LOB input. This is for the purpose of department LOB. I will say department LOB ID. Okay. Department LOB ID. Just give it from here. Department. Select department and give search allowed as true. And on this region one, just create a region using the result. Select the department. Select the department. Department. Yeah. And yeah, go with the default option. I will just select department number and then next. And now with the logo mapping, what is the logo region item? The logo region item is department name. Okay. And the written item is
Yeah.
department logo
Department.
ID. And again the department logo. Of course, we'll have some issue here. The reason is, like the EMP table does not have the department name. What the EMP table is having is just a department ID, but how it is not. You can see that. Okay. So now here give a search allowed as true for the department name. Okay. Fine. So the construction of the department is done, right? The construction of the
Yeah.
department is done. And the same we will construct the employee level region. activity. This reader item message LO input. I will say EMP LOV ID. Select as well. Now create the table using a wizard. Next, EMP LOV even. Table using a wizard. Next, so I'll select EMP member, email, and department number. Next, next, and finish. So we would like to display EMP number. Okay, let's display EMP number. So here I'll select EMP number and return item as EMP LOV ID. Okay, EMP LOV ID. And make sure that the search alert property is true for the EMP number as well. And of course, we can give the department number also. And for the EMP LOV ID also, give the search alert as well. Okay. So as of now, let's execute them independently, and after that, we'll just check it how can we manipulate. So let's run the Okay. Now let's see. I'll select department accounting, and here I can select any value because there's no dependence, right? We just want to check whether they are working or not, because sometimes when you work on this LOV, sometimes you might miss some property and you face much issues. Always better to work on them independently initially, and then you can write the remaining code, find them. So now next thing is what we do is here. So one problem what we have is, first of all, the relationship between the department and EMP is, this EMP requires the department name, because it is returning only department name. It could not return the EPP number. So generally, like this kind of like a different kind of requirements. So what we can do is, like if you remember the earlier option, we can also return all the values from the LOB, right, by having a form value. In the department region, just create a form value. Okay, and I will name it as department ID X form value. Okay, and it does not require any prompt, and it will not be displayed in the output first of all. So here using LOB mapping, I'll return the department ID. New LOB mapping, and what is LOB region item? It's a department number, and return item is department form value. So now using this form value, first thing is, like what I'm doing is, the other LOB region requires the department ID. Okay. So using the department number LOB, user wants to see the department name. He does not bother about the department number. But for the developer, he requires the department number, isn't it? The business requirements will be different, and developer requirements will be different. And as a developer, we always need to follow the business requirement. So, but what is the way we can get the department number is from the LOB is always, this is one of the easiest options. Using a form value, you can get the department number. Okay. Clear this part?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, next thing is, here if you observe, for this EMP LOB, generally, like what is the thing is, once you select the department number, we have to bind the department number to the EMP LOB, right? Once user selects the department number, you have to mention you have to you have to pass the selected department number to this one. Okay. So there are multiple ways again. Implementation of these things you can design in a very different way. There are multiple ways you can do. One thing is, okay, let's do with the easier one. So what I can do now, I have department number here. So here I'll just create one more mapping, mapping, and here I'll select criteria as department number here. Okay. This department number belongs to the EMP part. Observe here. This department number belongs to the department number 1 belongs to the EMP. And here I'll mention the criteria as, observe here, department ID form value.
Yeah.
Yes. What will happen? At runtime, whatever the value which is available in the form value, that will be applied to this particular EMP, and it will show only those employees which are satisfying group with the selected department ID. So that's how we can solve it. So, okay, I'll tell you other scenario later. Let's change this. Okay. Now, if you observe here, let us say you just select EMP and see whether it will display data or not. So it is displaying all the data, right? So there is some mistake. It should not display generally. And now, let us say I'll select the appropriate employee, and let us say I'll select accounting, which is department 10. And now try that. So it is displaying all the things, right? It's not getting the criteria properly. Okay. Yeah, so here we have some copyright for grammatical query and it give the required as true. Okay. So grammatical query and required as true. Now try it. Can you see? You must enter the value that you got in the form value.
Department, yep.
Now just try here. First one. I will select accounting now. But still it is not. If we give search allow, search allow we have given 2 and okay. Okay. So generally this has to work, but it is not working right. So other alternative what we can do is, so the level mapping which we created here, the level mapping which I created in the employee and just deleting it. Okay. So let the form value will be there because we require the form value. So what I will do is using a control approach I'll do it. Using controller I'll do this one. Then so here what I will do is now we just need to handle the LOB event first of all. Need to handle the LOB event and dynamically we'll find the where clause of that. Change context is LOB event. Okay. And then wait context of basically input source ID. Okay. And now we have to get the value from the form value. Department ID ST is equal to context parameter of. So I'm just getting the logic using controller. So this is other way of doing it. So here, form value. Okay. See, sometimes page context dot get parameter may not work. So better always use like the appropriate APIs and get the value. It is the best thing. So now we have the department number in our hand. The next thing is we just need to bind the warehouse of it. So I'll just go to the AM. It is a normal thing you have to do. All binding all the things. And here what I will do, where clause department is equal to this one. That's it. And just for this number. Okay. And one more thing, what I will do, in the process request also I will call the same method, but with a like by but I'll pass a null value. The reason is like when you load the page, load the page, nobody prefers to see the employee number, right? Even though if you
Yes,
click
yes.
on it, it has to be null. That's the reason. Okay. And the advantage of this particular logic is like here, sometimes what may happen is the dependency may be there, but there are some chances that you also need to bind some extra value. So in those kind of scenarios, you have to go with this control approach only. The programmatical approach, declarative fashion will not work. Select accounting. Okay, now we select this one. It has to show the 10, right? Got it?
Yep.
Because we can follow it. Now let us say I'll select the other one. Save it. And you can just click on this one and see what it is. Okay? So it is perfectly showing the appropriate one, right? Okay?
Yes, yep.
So this how we can implement the dependent variable. And Poplist also again same functionality. Poplist also you just need to go to the same approach. Get a fire action and you just need to execute it. Now let us say I will remove this one. Now I will not select any value. Okay, I will not select any value. Now try whether to do this. So we can have a restriction on these layers. Now can you see it is not showing any data, right? As you have not selected department number, it is not showing any data. Okay.
Yep.
So this is how we can implement the dependent load. And the other one what we thought constraint is the dependent focus.
Yes.
So for the dependent Poplist also what we can do is, so implementation is again the same, but generally we prefer to have the package structure available in the this one, right? So we have
Yep.
dependent pop as well as the other one, right? So we can use them. We have already have the pop list, right? The dependent pop
Yep.
is there, EMP is there, so we can better use them. Just implement the page. Dependent component page, and then only thing is the action logic is different. Action logic is different. three two items. And the department comp ID, which is the message choice. And you have to mention all these properties. Quickly view instance as well as display to it and value. So department down. View instance. Display attribute. Display name. And it is VP. Okay.
Yep.
And I will add a file action. Button. Okay. Message choice and what we have EMP form viewer, and we try to display EMP number as well as EMP number as well as email. Okay. So now we require controller. So I'll just set new controller. We go to AM first. So just type it logic. So it's almost similar to the same thing here. I'll use the same logic, but I just have to change the method name, find EMP form viewer, and also have to change this one. EMP form viewer. Right?
Yeah.
So on load, I'll just apply the default logic. Which is not relevant. Where is it?
Smart made.
That is another one. Which is not relevant. It's not there, it's not available. Okay. I'm just defaulting a null value. Okay. Because by default we don't want to store the data. That's the reason we just defaulting to null value. And
Yeah.
and this one, we just need to call it have a file action. Department action. Department is not equal to null. And this is okay. So now what we need to do, we just want to get the department value, right? So you can just use OA message charge, right? OA message charge means department will okay. Right, let's say the question. Department ID is here equal to department D dot selected get selection value. Okay, selection value.
Yeah.
So it has a department number. And you just need to call it. You just need to call this method. Okay. So it's almost similar, like the dependent LOB or Poplist. It's just the same thing. The only thing is we should never have the bind parameter in the base one. Okay, now if you observe there is no employee, right? It's not showing the values here, right? No value. But if you check
Yes.
the correct department number and just see the difference, right? Got it? It is showing
Yeah.
all the employees now. Now just let's say that I'll change the department number and see it has changed again. Got it?
Yes. Yes.
And if you want to control the behavior, let us say either select null value or those conditions we have to write it. Okay, sometimes what is the requirement you may have is like a by default on load, by default you want to select the department as some value. Yes, you may have those kind of requirements. So those things you have to write in the possible request form. Okay, so this is how we can implement
Yeah.
the department dependent formula. So coming to the other functionality, like sometime back we discussed about H3, right? But today what we do is we try to discuss one level of hierarchy. Like how do we create the building and how do you display the data that is in the advanced table in a MasterChild fashion. So for this we
Yeah.
consider some other LOB, some other VOs. Yeah, it is better that we can consider sales or header as well as lines, right? We don't have the headers as well as lines here as of now. Do we have? We have a sales order, right? We have a sales order Vivo, and we just create the lines. Okay, header is there, right? This header ID, I guess.
Yes. Yes.
Sales order header, I guess. So we have that. Oh, we have a bind, right? Okay. So let us create other things. Let us create mm, PO headers, PO lines. Okay, let's create PO headers and PO lines. Okay. Okay. I consider this as a parent and okay. Let's consider this as a chain. So what we do is better than like I just want to control some behavior. I just want to display some set of headers. Okay, not all of them. It's not mandatory. I'm just mentioning. Okay, it's not mandatory that you have to mention. Okay. I just have 6 headers. So I'll consider this very now. So I'll create a master. I'll create a child, and then I'll create a viewing. So the server package, I'll create a master name, new view object, view headers view, user may access, and finish. And now I'll create view and view, view object. Okay, and finish. So headers is created and lines is created. This is a normal process we already know. Now the only extra thing is how do you create a view link? So on the server package, click on the right click and just select new view link. Click on new view link. Click on next. And here I just mention view header lines VL. Suffix is VL and package is server package. Click on next. And left side you have to select master and right side you have to select the child. So here in the left side I'll select view headers, which is my master. In this one I'll select the appropriate column, which is the column view header ID. And the right side you select the lines, which is a child, and here also you select view headers, which is the key. And now what is the cardinality? The cardinality is nothing but relationship. It's a 1 to star, right? I given header ID has
Yes.
a number of lines. So I just select add. Okay, just click on add. Now click on next. Nothing to change. Just simply click on next and finish. Next and finish. Now after the next thing is like what you have to assign the Vivo to AM. And one more thing is we have created a new BC48 component today. right? It's a view link. So the way we create is the same way you just assign. Nothing but first you assign the parent, the next child, and then the view link. So go to the AM. So where is our parent? This is my parent, PO header ID. And then where is the child? PO line PO. And now, how do you assign this view link? If you observe, the view link is under the parent. So the same way you have to assign. Click on the parent PO headers. You just click on the view link and just assign it now. Okay. Now, if you see what is the view link instance, it shows the view link instance as this one, but never should never consider this one. There is some drawbacks. I mean, there is some issue. What to say? Like there are known issues. So we have to consider the view link instance is this one. PO headers lines VL1.
Transient, okay.
That is the thing we have to consider. Okay. And when you're assigning these instances to the when you're assigning any of the view object data model, always go with the default option. Don't try to change the instance name. Okay. Better go
Yeah.
with default. And what is the reason of assigning this hierarchy? Is like generally, when you assign the view link instance first, what will happen is the instance name for your view link will be it will show VO1. So there you will have confusion. That is why better always assign the header, then the chain, and then finally VL. And now click on VL, apply, and OK. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to consider displaying the data in a hierarchical fashion. So just take a page. I'll just say MasterChild page. And I'll create a controller also. And region, same definition. MasterChild. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to display the data in hierarchical fashion. So the logic what we try to do is, so we have the PO headers on the top. So for each PO header, I'll display the lines like this. For each PO header, I'll display the lines. For displaying headers as well as lines, I'll use the table region. So in the table region, we have an option called detail view attribute. So using that, we'll try to achieve it. Okay. So we can consider either a simple table or advanced table. Both will work. So I just create a region using a wizard. The first one. We go ahead and 01 and table region. We go ahead
Oh,
next. I select view header and segment 1, which is my viewer number, and some set of columns. Okay. I have chosen only 4 columns, and I'll go with the message style text. Message style text. Okay, and finish. So our parent is almost done. But here, as we are considering the view link logic, you have to consider some extra information here. So if you observe, I have some set of properties here. The first one is detailed view attribute, child view link attribute, as well as view link instance. Detailed view attribute means like the parent should have a column called detailed flag. The PO headers should have some transient attribute called detailed flag. You just need to create it. So click on new, and I'll just name it as detailed flag and set it as dateable always, and I'll select this value. Okay, and apply. So the thing is, so we'll understand the why we are creating this particular attribute. We'll understand once we run the page. Okay. So as of now, let's go with the requirement, go with the design. So we have to create this particular component and set it on the detailed view attribute. And what is child view attribute as well as view instance? Child view attribute CSV does not have this particular like selection option. It does not work. So we have to manually write it. What is the child view attribute? Is nothing but the column which is similar in both of them. So what is that column? It is a PO header ID, right? This is one.
yes.
So we have to select this option. So let us write somewhere here PO header ID. It is the master child. So here I have to mention this one, child view attribute. And what is the view link instance? I have shown you, right? In the AM you will find the view link instance. Or other thing is generally the view link instance name will have the same name as we have here. There is a suffix one. This is view link instance. Okay. And you can also observe from here. There is a PO header line VL1.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. So only major important thing is these three properties you have to always make sure that you have to mention. Now the next thing is you have to just create the child part. So it is nothing but like in the XML reports or RDF report we have the what you say the group above report kind of thing, right? Group above report or group left. The same thing here.
Yeah.
We are creating the same kind of thing now. Create new. So here we have to go with the detail logic. Where is that? Yeah, detail. Can you see? Detail. The last one. Just click on
Yes.
detail.
Yes.
So now on this region, just create a new region using a wizard. And here select a PM view lines. Here the problem is it shows two things: view line view one and view line view two. You have to select view line view one. Okay. View region. View region. Line ID. SID. Line number. Item. Okay. Next. Next is I will just now on this child also I have to set the same properties. On child also on child table region also have to set the same properties. What is that? One is unique instance and another one is detailed view attribute. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
So only thing is now we have to execute the parent. By default, let us say if you want to show the data, so we have to execute, right? We have to execute the VB. So we just need to execute only the parent, not the chain. We cannot have the control of the chain now. Initialize, and the chain will be executed automatically when you execute the parent. Nothing but when you expand the parent. Get view headers, view one, view other execute. Right? And just call this one in the process request block. Okay. Now run the page and let's see. Okay. So the purpose of the detail attribute which we created in the parent, the pivot headers is this particular purpose, the show and hide, right? For that purpose we created. Just expand this one. Just see. So it is having only one line. Try other one.
Yes.
It is also having only one line. I think whatever we have chosen is having only one line. Okay. Maybe it's because the browser issue it is not working properly, but it generally works. So it seems I have only one line for the selected this thing, but it shows multiple lines also. What I can do, let us say if you want to do that way, just get those header items which are having multiple lines. That's only option. Where is that? Keyword header item. Most of them have single lines.
No, it's only single line.
Yeah. This may take much time, but okay. I'll just select these two other things. I just select a few other header items. Evo header zero. First statement. I'll just select another one. Okay. So we have designed the read-only stuff, right? But generally the updatable also works perfectly. You can go with the updatable option. Sometimes you may have the updatable stuff, right? You can have the displayed only these things. Oh, okay. Oh, I sorry, I mentioned the PO line logic. PO line ID I mentioned.
Mm,
Okay, that is
You
fine.
had the right idea.
Yeah. Okay, but we can it works perfect. So here I have considered only the read-only logic, right? But you can also go with the updatable logic. But
Yep.
of course, it's not that much easy. If it is a normal functionality, yes, it works perfectly. But if you have some kind of limitations or some validations on each line level or header level, then you find much difficult. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is all about this particular functionality. And so in the custom implementation, do you have any questions or because the next class I plan to go with the personalization concept.
Before that one, can we look into integration with concurrent program?
Sure, I forgot. Control program and workflow, right?
Yes, yes,
They are very easy actually. Control program and workflow. Okay. We'll finish this and then we'll get into the other.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Yep.